Hello! So I wanted to make a video about speed and action speed in Wizardry Daphne because I feel like a lot of people don't really know how those work and tend to overvalue them. And I think it's important to talk about because they're not nearly as good as people say. Obviously they're good, but unlike a lot of other stats and traits, once you have enough of it, you like any additional beyond that is kind of worthless for you. And it's just not something like, I think in most cases you shouldn't be putting, like say when you're creating a character, right? You shouldn't go put points into speed because it's just the points into speed are points in the long run will probably be points wasted. You're almost always better putting your points into your main offensive stat, which is either strength or IQ, depending on the type of character, and then or luck, which is the stat that helps many different abilities, including a number of defensive abilities and offensive abilities. And so this is also a stat that is never wasted, but points and speed, they kind of go to waste in the long run. There are a couple of skills that are speed based, like some of the samurai skills are speed based, so there might be a consideration there, but for most characters, you shouldn't put points into speed. And even then, like once you get to the high level, you get maxed out, you probably have enough speed on your characters anywhere really close to it. For most characters, action speed doesn't quite match your speed trait. Like for thieves and samurai, speed is 1-to-1 with their action speed and their speed traits for their base, but all other classes is a little bit low. I'm just going to put on the charts here. These are from one of the fan sites here that they did the math on. So I can't verify if it's 100% correct, but it should be pretty close. But yeah, so that's like what you get for speed to action speed. It's for these ninjas, it's 1-1. Other classes, a little bit less than that, except Knight. Knight is pretty significantly lower. It's like only 75% of your speed stat, so Knights kind of get hosed with that. So for a lot of characters around level 50, around level 60 max level, they might have around 50-ish speed. So you're gonna say, like, so if they get like 90%, they might have a base action speed of like 45, and then you can get more action speed from things like discipline, or maybe you have some skills like the ninja. What is the little ninja girl skill has? Passive action speed up. This is from the Kunoichi here, the female ninja. So that's like 1 point of speed there, and since her second class of thief, she also has the passive action speed up, and I believe you can get that from rare Jean inherits. Like if you get a rare Jean with the yellow icon, you can get that skill as well, and that one's worth I think 2 per level, something like that. And then all of his discipline rank 9, and I think that gets her around 15 extra action speed at discipline rank 9, so you can get quite a bit from discipline. So her action speed right now is 61, and this is with no bonuses from gear. She actually has a -1 action speed from her helmets. There's nothing said. You could look at these traits. There's nothing benefiting on any of these. She does have a -1 on her helmet. No speed here. She has a -1 action speed on her armor, -1 action speed on her shield. Nothing on her boots here, and the Master Fighter Ring also has no speed, so she has no bonuses to speed, and she still made it to 61 action speed, which is, like I said, that is enough for like the vast majority of enemies. There's only a few enemies that can beat you at 61. Same thing, like said, what is my Lanavel? My Lanavel, she's 64 action speed. She's only like discipline rank 6 too, but she's a legendary, so she's hard to get up there. So yeah, it's like getting to speed, not too bad. My main character I think has higher speed just because he's a thief.
Something hush hush.
Yeah, I said he's a thief right now, but he's currently at 64, and then of course Ashi's only level 50. I've been working on her. But Kathrine, she has 57 speed, but her action speed's like way higher than it needs to be, and we'll talk about that. But she's discipline rank 9, so she gets quite a bit of bonus from disciplines and stuff. But she also has some items that also raise it. And then my elf mag, my uber mage, she's at 89 right now. She only gets plus 11 from things like such discipline rank 9. She doesn't get as much from discipline. I think she only gets like 9 from that. And I think I have the I do have like one of the action speed up from the ninjas here, so maybe she's getting like 10. She might be getting 10 from discipline, so not a whole lot for that, but it's still like I said, 10 is quite a bit. And yeah, she's at 89, that is pretty much like all you'll ever need on a character. But yeah, for most enemies, the vast majority of enemies, you can outspeed them with just 50 action speed. 50 action speed is all you need to outspeed the vast majority of enemies. The only enemies that will outspeed you at 50 are flying enemies like birds, like wasps, like sprites, and of course things like succubi, vampires. Those are, like I said, just like flying enemies or just generally fast enemies. The only thing that are going to outspeed you at 50. So at 50, you're already outspeeding the vast majority of things. And most characters, just by maxing out their level, just by disciplining them with 0 investment into speed. I should make it clear, I did not put a single point of speed into any of these characters. Her +1 at start was Vitality, which is actually a terrible stat, but she had 9 bonus points, which I bumped into Strength. So, but she did not have, this is no investment in speed. She has 61 action speed. There's no, like, specific speed investment. And so 61 is, like, even higher than 50. Like, at 61, like I said, you're only a few enemies. Like I said, it's even more, like, she can even outspeed the sprites, outspeed a lot of birds. Some of the wasps and stuff still outspeed her. But 61, like, you're so good. Like, even 50, most cases, you're good to go. And if you can get it to 70, you are literally outspeeding everything except vampires, high-level succubi, and cursed stick dolls. That's it. Just 3 enemies can outspeed you at 70, right? And if you can get all the way to 90 action speed, you're now outspeeding the high-level succubi, including, like, the level 74 Zone 10 Sentry succubi. You can outspeed them, and, you know, you might want to have a couple of your spellcasters this fast so they can shoot down those demonic little bitches before they can charm your front line. So yeah, having 90 can be good, but at 90 though, there's only 2 enemies. The only enemies that are outspeeding you at 90 are high-level vampires and cursed stick dolls, right? You're even outspeeding some of the lower-level vampires at 90 action speed. But, you know, kind of like, there's just no point in going to over 90. If you wanted to outspeed, like, every enemy except the cursed stick dolls, like, including the high-level vampires, you would need around 130. I'm not 100% sure on the exact number, because I haven't had a character that high. Like I said, my Kathrine is at 108 right now, which is completely wasted. She has like 20 more action speed than she needs. Like 88 honestly is probably enough to outspeed the super fast succubi, but I said I recommend 90 just in case for whatever reason. But 108 is not enough to outspeed the fast high level vampires. Like I estimate it's probably around 130. It might be closer to 120, but also might be closer to 140. Not 100% sure, but it's just vampires are not dangerous enough that you actually need to outspeed them. And I would consider anything above 90 action speed completely wasted stat. You should try to put that gear into something else. I think she has. Oh, this Dillarine has 2 different speed enhancements, so one of these speed enhancements is literally a wasted attribute that would be better off into something else. So that's like I said, so it's just you'd maybe 1 speed enhancement on your mage to get that extra boost, like especially if you can get them discipline highly. I always say the best mages are the ones you can discipline highly, right? Discipline helps so much. Mage probably benefit the most, but discipline's super important. But yeah, so maybe you need 1, maybe 2 speed enhancements on a character, and you can do this on a single item. Like just get a ring with like 1 or 2 different speed enhancements, and you're good to go. My other mage, Lily here, she has the Master Mage's ring, which has like a plus 18 speed on it. So, and that's all the speed she needs. Like she doesn't have any other speed enhancements, right? The 1 is enough to get her to 89 action speed, which is plenty, which is fast enough to outspeed even the fastest succubi. And yeah, pretty much also, and I guess I should note, the cursed stick doll, you can't outspeed them. They have max action speed, which is, I mean, they have like 999 action speed. You're not outspeeding them, so don't even try. Like, you just can't do it. So yeah, for most characters, just try to get to around 70. I mean, if you could, like I said, if you're like knights sort of are more penalized in the speed territory. If your knight can only get to 50, that's fine. Like knights, they're still gonna outspeed most fiends. And but just try to get to, like I said, 70. You know, even if you can't get quite 70, 60 is good. Like I mean, I think even at 60, you're outspeeding just about everything but the wasps. And then, of course, the vampire succubi and cursed stick dolls. So, I mean, even 60 is enough in most cases. And, you know, at 70, anything over 70 for non-caster, I think, is a waste. For spellcasters, mages, and priests, you probably want to get to 90. everyone else, Daphne, don't waste your stats, don't waste trait points onto speed, because it's just, once you have enough, and you are better off putting those points anywhere else to make a stronger character. Anyway, not too much more to say on this. If you want to know more about like how the main 7 traits work and like which ones you should invest in, I did a video about that a couple weeks ago, which you can find down below. As always, thank you for watching!